Hello students, now let us try to understand force response of RL circuit. So what is a force response? Force response is nothing but having a source, okay, connecting a source to a neutral network. So here R and L are connect free from source for very long time. That means no source is connected to R and load, R and L. That means inductor current equal to 0 at this instance. Now what we are going to do is we are going to connect a voltage source to RL circuit like this. So if you close switch S, then a voltage source will be applied across RL circuit. Okay, switch S is to be closed at t is equal to 0 instance, and IL is the current through the network. So let us assume IL is the current through the network, and we are going to find IL, behavior of IL at transient condition as well as at steady state condition in the circuit. So just after switching on S onto RL circuit, there will be a transient period for some time, and after that the circuit will attain steady state. Okay, so IL will vary from 0 to some value linear exponentially, then it will attain a steady state and it will stay constant for longer time. Okay, so let us see what is it in mathematical analysis. Okay, so IL is current through inductor, and at the initial conditions we are going to see IL 0 minus it instance before switching the current through the inductor is 0, so the same current will be available just after switching because inductor doesn't allow sudden changes in current. Okay, so switch S is closed now, so there is a current IL which is to be found in the circuit. So the circuit will become like this. The switch S is closed now. Okay, here the switch S is closed and the current IL is start flowing now. Okay, so we need to find IL. For that we are going to apply KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law. Okay, applying KVL to the circuit. Okay, here it will be minus plus V plus minus I into R plus voltage across inductor. Okay, so minus V plus IL into R plus voltage across inductor is VL equal to 0. So if you rearrange this expression, that will be IL into R plus VL equal to V. So we know that voltage across inductor is L into DIL by dt. So here we are getting a differential term. Okay, so if you substitute this VL into this expression, the expression will become IL into R plus L into di by dt equal to V. So if you rearrange this to get a uniform equation, that is DIL by dt here. So this is the expression DIL by dt plus R by L into IL equal to V will be our expression now. Okay, so let us consider it as equation 1. Okay, so if we compare equation 1 with non-homogeneous linear differential equation, that is dy by dx plus py equal to q. Okay, so you can compare both equations because they are in the same order. Okay, so comparing equation 1 with equation star will give us p equal to r by l and q equal to v. So for source free excitation q was 0, but here q is some value, that is source voltage. Okay, so here q is nothing but source voltage now. So for source free it was 0. Okay, now non-homogeneous linear differential equation has a general solution which consists of complementary function in addition with particular integration. Okay, it has complementary function as well as particular integration, but source free response has only complementary function. Okay, now we need to find this general solution for our load current IL, that is complementary function plus particular integration. Okay, so now let us proceed here. IL equal to a into e power minus pt plus particular integration. Okay, now we need to find IL here. Okay, here particular integration is nothing but value of load inductor current at time t tends to infinity. So I have already told you particular integration is nothing but finding the value at steady state. Okay, so at steady state what is the current through RL circuit is particular integration. Okay, so for circuit R in L and a voltage source RL, so we need to find this current IL. So at t tends to infinite, so the only current through the circuit will be V by R because inductor will short circuit. Inductor behave as a short circuit for DC excitation at steady state. This is important. At steady state it will be acting as a short circuit. Okay, so only variables are V by R, I equal to V by R. Okay, so this is steady state current at t tends to infinite. IL at t tends to infinite is V by R. That is nothing but our particular integration solution. Okay, so this is solution for particular integration, steady state value of that inductor current. Okay, now we are going to apply that here. IL equal to A e power minus P value is given by R by L, right? R by L into T plus particular integration is V by R. Sorry, it was V by R. Now, so let us see here. We need to find constant A here. Constant A can be found by applying initial conditions. I have already explained you. We need to apply initial conditions of the circuit. So at the initial conditions, what is happening? What is the value of IL? At t is equal to 0. So IL is 0 even after switching the circuit. So IL is 0. So let us apply that condition here. IL is 0 at A e power minus R by L. T value is 0 plus V by R. Okay. Now, so let us rearrange this. That will become A e power minus R by L into 0 plus V by R is equal to 0. So here A e power 0 means it will be 1. So that is A into 1 plus V by R equal to 0. So what is the value of A here? A is nothing but minus V by R. We have obtained a constant value by applying initial conditions of the circuit. Okay. So I am going to substitute this A value in our expression for inductor current. Okay. So that will become IL equal to, in the place of A I am placing it as minus V by R into e power minus R by L into T plus particular integration was steady state value of current, that is V by R. So if you rearrange this expression, the solution for this non-homogeneous linear differential equation is given as IL equal to V by R minus V by R e power minus R by L into T. Okay. So this generally this expression for inductor current of RL series circuit is given as IL equal to V by R. I have taken V by R common, that is 1 minus e power minus T by tau, where tau is time constant of inductor RL circuit. Okay, so I have already explained you in the previous lecture time constant of series RL circuit. So this is our solution for inductor current of a series RL circuit. Okay. So if you observe here, we have two terms here. One term is related to transient response of the circuit, and second term is related to steady state response of the circuit. Okay. So if you consider this expression IL equal to V minus V by R e power minus T by tau plus V by R. Okay. I just shuffled the terms here. Okay. So if you understand here, if you observe here, so this is nothing but transient response, because it is having a exponentially negative term. That means it is going to decay over a time period. Okay. So, and this is steady state value. It is constant value, steady state value of the current. Okay. So for a time t having the values from 0 to infinity, what is the behavior of this expression? We are going to see in a graph. Okay. So let us see that. So here we are going to see the graph between time t versus inductor current IL. Okay. So this is time, this is inductor current IL. Okay. So initially there was no voltage source connected to RL circuits. Okay. So that means the IL was 0 at t is equal to 0. Okay. Now so we are going to see IL versus T. So at t equal to 0, there was no inductor current. Okay. Now So just after switching on the circuit, so here our expression is telling that the transient period minus V by R e power minus t by tau. So here time constant tau has different definition because it is forced excitation. Tau is time constant. Okay, so this is time to reach 63.2% of response. So here time constant is nothing but time taken by the response to reach 63.2% of its final value. So this is definition for forced response, and for source free response the definition for time constant was it was a time taken by the response to reach 37% of its final value. Okay, so that is different for forced response and source free response. Okay, so now here let us assume this is time period, this is time constant tau. At this instance t is equal to time constant. So what is the time constant here for series RL circuits? So for a parallel circuit the time constant will be different, it is reciprocal of this one. Okay, so this is time constant for series RL circuit, that is L by R. Okay, if the time value of the system equal to time constant of the system, so the response initially it was at 0, right? So it is 0 because it is forced response, so there was no source before turning on the switch. So it is increasing from 0 and it will reach to it starts from 0 and it will reach to 63.7% of response at t is equal to tau. Okay, so this is the condition at t is equal to tau. So at this point of time the response has been reached to 63.2% of response, 63.2% of IL. Okay, so as time is progressing further, as t is equal to 2 tau and 3 tau, so at t is equal to 5 tau the response will be almost equal to steady state. That means it will linearly increases, and at t is equal to 5 tau the response will be constant. Okay, so this instance, so this is the condition at t is equal to 5 tau the response of the system has almost attained the steady state value. So this is steady state value magnitude which is given by our particular integration, that is V by R. Okay, so this is V by R, magnitude of this steady state value. Okay, so here you can see here the transient period is between 0 to 5 time constants. Okay, so this is transient period, this is transient period of the circuit. Okay, so up to 5 constants, up to t is equal to 0 to 5 time constants, it is transient period. So after 5 time constant, so that value of current, inductor current will be constant, that is V by R, that is under steady state value, under steady state condition IL will be same, and here inductor will become like a short circuit because it is attained a steady state, it will become like a short circuit. So this is steady state period and this is transient period. So this is explanation for forced response of RL series circuit. Now let us see the forced response for RC series circuit. Okay, now let us see the forced response of series RC circuit. So here we have circuit R and C connected in series and connected to a voltage source through a switch S. Okay, so R and C are earlier free from source for a long time, so there is no voltage across capacitor. Okay, so when switch S will be closed at t is equal to 0 instance. Okay, now we need to find voltage across this capacitor during transient and steady state. Okay, so let us see the initial conditions here. So what are the initial conditions here? At t is equal to 0. Okay, so what is happening at t is equal to 0 and 0 plus? Okay, so just before switching, what is the voltage across capacitor? Vc 0 minus equal to 0 because there is no voltage source before connecting this switch. Okay, and what is the voltage across capacitor just after switching 0 plus? That is also 0 because capacitor doesn't allow sudden changes in voltage. Okay, capacitor doesn't allow instantaneous changes in voltage. at sudden changes. That's why even after connecting a voltage source, there is no voltage available just after switching. So it will linearly increases, the capacitor will linearly charges as time progresses. Okay, now let us try to understand the circuit just after closing the switch. So this is the circuit, switch is closed now, and capacitor will start charging, okay, as time progresses. Now we need to find this voltage across this capacitor, Vc. Okay, so Vc was 0 before turning on the switch. Now we need to apply KVL in the circuit. Let us apply KVL here in the circuit. So end of the class, we are going to find voltage across this capacitor, right? So for that we need to do something. So here I am applying KVL, that is minus V plus IC is current through the circuit into R plus voltage across this capacitor, Vc, okay, should be equal to 0. Now we have current through the capacitor, that IC equal to C into dVc by dt. So this is what we have for capacitor current. So we have written inductor current in the earlier calculation. Now we are taking capacitor current. Okay, capacitor current IC equal to C into dV by dt. Now let us apply this expression, this IC value in the above expression, that will become, so I am substituting IC C into dVc by dt, okay, plus Vc should be equal to V. Okay, so if you rearrange this expression, that will be like dVc by dt. Here you will be having R, right? So the plus Vc by Rc should be equal to V. Okay. So if you observe this expression 1, so that is similar to our non-homogeneous linear differential equation, okay, which is nothing but dy by dx plus p into y equal to q. So let us assume this as equation star. Okay, so we can compare equation 1 and equation star here. Okay, so we know that solution for this non-homogeneous linear differential equation will be having complementary function in addition to particular integration. Okay, so let us proceed. Vc equal to complementary function is a into e power minus pt plus particular integration. Okay, so particular integration is nothing but value of Vc at t tends to infinite. So here particular integration is nothing but Vc at t tends to infinite. Okay, so Vc at t tends to infinite means when the RC circuit attains steady state value. So at steady state, capacitor will act as open circuit. So the entire source voltage will be applied across capacitor. So the particular integration value will become source voltage. Okay, so this is particular integration equal to voltage V. Okay, now we need to find constant A here. Constant A can be found by using initial conditions of the circuit. Okay, so what are the initial conditions here? Vc at t equal to 0. So Vc at t equal to 0 is 0. Okay, so I am going to substitute that value here. Okay, so Vc was 0 at t equal to 0 and a into e power minus p was 1 by rc into t is 0 plus particular integration is v. So if you arrange this, that is 0 into a into e power 0 is 1, okay, plus v. So that is 0 equal to a plus v. So value of a comes with a equal to minus v. So this is value of a here. So I am going to substitute this back in our voltage across capacitor, that is Vc. So in place of a I am substituting minus v, e power minus 1 by rc into t plus v. Okay, so if you rearrange it, that will be v minus v e power minus t by tau, where tau is rc. Okay, that is time constant of series RC circuit. Okay, here time constant is time taken by the response to reach 63.2% of response. Okay, this is same for forced response. So here you can see the value of capacitor voltage is v minus v into e power minus t by tau. That means it is having one exponential term and one steady state value. Okay, so exponential term is indicating transient response of the system. This is transient response of the system. Okay, and this constant value indicates steady state value. Okay, so let us see the graph for this voltage across capacitor over a time period. Okay, so let us see the variation of capacitor voltage over a time period. Okay, so this is Vc now, this is time period t. Okay, so at t is equal to 0, what was the capacitor voltage? It is 0 now. Okay, capacitor voltage was 0 at t is equal to 0. Okay, now we are going to see the change in capacitor voltage over a time period t. So it is increasing linearly as time is progressing, and it will reach to 63.2% of response at time equal to tau. Okay, that is time constant. So this is 63.2% of response when time reaches to time constant of the response circuit, that is t is equal to L by R. So it is tau equal to L by R for, so it is RC circuit, right? So it is RC. So tau equal to RC for series RC circuit. So at t equal to tau, so response of the system is 63.2%. Okay, so it will further increases as time progresses, and it will reach to steady state when t equal to 5 time constants. Okay, and it will stay constant after this time constant, 5 time constant values. So this magnitude will be source voltage V. Okay, so this will be steady state value. Okay, so before this 5 time constants, the response was transient response. So after 5 time constants, the response will reach to steady state, and voltage across capacitor will be voltage of voltage source, and the capacitor will act as a open circuit in the series RC circuit. This is transient, okay, response, and this is steady state response. Okay, so here capacitor will act as open circuit, and the entire source voltage will be available across this capacitor. Okay, so this magnitude here, this magnitude is source voltage. So this is about force response of RC and RL circuits. Okay, thank you.